Now then guys, Betty's back. Feeling a bit rough today again, don't know why, just am. Today I will be making Char Siu Pork Burgers. So if you give us a second I'll show you the ingredients. Okay, so for the slaw I've got pak choy, 2 spring onions, a carrot, a little bit of granulated sweetener, soy sauce, and it's supposed to be rice wine vinegar, but I don't think we've got any in, so I'm using cider vinegar in there, so about a tablespoon anyway. For the char siu glaze, again I'll be using the cider vinegar, Chinese fire spice, ginger, 2 garlic cloves, some oyster sauce. For the burgers itself, 1 courgette which I'm going to grate and wring out, 2 spring onions, obviously the 500 grams of pork mince, and there's the bread buns and some fry light. So I'll get cracking with it guys. Right guys, first job, courgette, top and tail it. And now I'm just going to grate this by hand into this bowl. So this may take a little while. I'm not going to peel it or anything, I'm just cutting it up, just grating it in. Could have done it with a food processor, but hey, why not? Do it by hand for a change. Obviously there's a lot of moisture in courgette, so this is going into the burger mix, don't forget. So what I will be doing, oops, is once I've grated this, which isn't far off now, that'll do. I'm going to get a clean tea towel and wring out the courgette, because there's a lot of water in there. Right, so there we go, that's the courgette. So all I'm going to do now is just wrap that up into a tea towel and wring it out as hard as you can till all the moisture comes out. You'll be amazed at how much comes out. I'm going to do that off camera, so I'll come back to you in a second. That's just to show you how much water I've just got out of there, wringing it as hard as I can. So that's a fair amount. So I'll come back in a second and put it all back together. Right, so I'm just going to chop up the spring onions now. Nice and fine. This knife's nice and sharp, so it's not a problem. I've kept some of the greens there as well, because I quite like some of the green leaves, as well as the chunky white bit. I quite like the leaves as well. So that goes into the mix with the courgettes. And last but not least is the pork mince. That also goes in. Lovely. Right, let's have a look. Throw this in the bin. So, quickly wash my hands. Tea towel. So basically, just get your hands in. I'm not putting any other seasoning in here. This is what it is. If you don't like courgettes, you could omit it. It just makes the burgers nice and juicy, to be fair. And you can't really taste it that much. I quite like it, to be honest. I quite like the courgettes. They are very bland by themselves, but I've done this before, and you get the glaze on it, and it's really nice. In fact, my grandbairn absolutely adores it every time. Before we moved here and we lived in the old house, she always used to insist on me making this. Used to absolutely love it, especially they call it the slaw bit, which I'll show you how to make later. But yeah, right. So that's just about done, and that now gets divided up into 4, and yeah, I'll come back and show you. Right. So roughly, I'm not going to be too precise, but that's 4 burgers there. So I'm going to what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my burger press out, shape them up, bang them in the fridge. So I'll do that right now. Okay, so here we go. You get your ball of meat, slap it in there, push it down a little bit with your hand just to get the rough shape. Lid on. It's as easy as that. One burger. Slap it in. Push it down. Simple as that. Right, so I'll do the other 2, put these in the fridge, and I'll come back to you and sort out the rest. So there you go, 4 nice pies. Putting these in the fridge. If you haven't got a burger press, just form them and shape them roughly. They don't have to be perfect, just rustic. However you like them. You can probably, if you wanted them thinner, you can make them thinner and get more out of it, but recipes for 4 burgers. So I'm going to put these in the fridge and we'll crack on and clean up and have a go with the slaw. Right guys, onto the slaw. So I've washed the pak choy. Make sure you wash it because it's a bit like leeks. You get bits of dirt in there. So I'm now going to julienne. If you've never done julienne before, but be careful. So I'm going to go straight down like that. Again, like so. Again, like so. Again, like so. And all I do is I just then cut them into little matchsticks. So this is part of the slaw to go with it, which the grandbairn used to love. That used to be her favourite part. There we go. Perfect. Probably got a bit too much carrot there, to be fair, but and again just watch your fingers when you're doing that, especially if you've got a sharp knife like what this is. Yeah, slice, 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 slice. Right, so I'll do the other one exactly the same and I'll come back to you. Right, so I finally chopped everything there. That's the slaw ready. Right, and what goes into it, I'm not going to put it in now because it'll pickle it too much. I usually do this as I'm cooking the burgers, just to, otherwise it tends to make the leaves a bit soggy. So it calls for 1 teaspoon of light soy sauce, that'll go in later, 2 tablespoons of rice vinegar, but I'm going to use the cider vinegar because that's all we've got. And then it's 1 teaspoon of granulated sweetener or sugar, whichever you want to use. Just makes it a bit lighter. So that's basically the slaw done. So what I'll do now is, what can I do now? Oh yeah, I've got to make the glaze. I'll show you the glaze that makes it go on the burgers, and it tastes absolutely lovely. Right, so for the glaze, there's 2 teaspoons of grated root ginger, and there's 2 garlic cloves crushed. So we're now going to need 6 tablespoons of oyster sauce. So there's 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. So that's that. Okay, what I'm going to do is just give that a quick rinse under the tap so it's not dribbling everywhere, because I've got to use a teaspoon yet. Right, next, 1 teaspoon of the rice vinegar, but we haven't got the rice vinegar, so we're using apple cider vinegar. Compromise. It's 1 of them. And it is 1 teaspoon of Chinese 5 spice. I think I'll just, that should do it. And 1 teaspoon of sweetener. Or sugar, whichever you do. I'm just using that to lighten it up a bit. Basically, give that a good old mix. And this is the glaze. It's a delicious glaze on top of the burger. It's what gives it, it's the char siu, basically. It's a lovely, lovely flavour. So again, that's going to be going in the fridge. That's all done. It's about as much as I can do for now. Obviously it's dinner time still. Did my first bit this morning. So tonight when I come in, I'll add the rice wine vinegar and that to the slaw, and then we'll crack on cooking the burgers, and it'll just have its little pickling time for the coleslaw, and that'll be it. So I will see you later on, guys. Bye for now. Right, I'm back. So before we start cooking the burgers, I'm going to make up this slaw. Pickle it. So it's 2 tablespoons of this, well, it's supposed to be rice wine vinegar, but apple will do the job. Half teaspoon, where's the teaspoon? One teaspoon of soy. And 1 of sugar. Give it a little bit of sweetness. Right, so let's give that a little bit of a stir and a mix up. And that can be sat while we're cooking the burgers. Nice little pickle, it makes it sweet. Taste that. Yummy. Just a nice light pickle. So, right, that's that done. We'll get on with cooking the burgers now. Okay, so while I've got the pan on warming up, so while that's on, the char siu glaze is now going to go on to these burgers. I'm just going to quite liberally put this on. Make sure it's all coated. Look at that, lovely. I can tell you now, it's a winner, this burger. Like, we've had it so many times before, but not for quite some time. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to flip you around into the pan. 2 of these burgers are going to go in, because I don't think you're going to get any more than 2. So that's on about a medium-high heat, and we're going to set that. I can set my alarm. Is it going to work? 2 minutes. Set the alarm for 2 minutes. And while it's down there, get my little brush out again and paint the other side with the char siu glaze, which has been in the fridge and it's thickened up a little bit, which is quite nice. Basically, this will be 2 minutes each side, and every time you flip it, put another little bit of glaze on, and then a minute each side, and that's basically it. So I'll come back when it's about to be flipped. Right, so that's had 2 minutes. Time to flip. See what they look like. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So set the alarm again, another 2 minutes. And once again, give it another lick with the char siu glaze. This is what gives it its distinct flavour, and it really is rather nice. So I'll come back when we need to flip again. Right, let's see I'm going off again. Flip again. Set the alarm for 1 minute. Quick splash of this again. So this will be the last one. On these 2 burgers, got another 2 to cook, which I'll do after. I'm just showing you these. There we go. Right, time to assemble. So, let me flip you around. As you can see, I'll put some of the slaw on the bottom of the bun. Bun's cut in half, obviously. And it's in with our burger. And that, it's as simple as that. You tell me that doesn't look good, because it looks banging to me. Right, so if you give us a second, guys, it's taste testing time. Now then, here we go. Look at that. See if we can get a good shot of that. Oh, lovely. That looks absolutely, it smells gorgeous, and I know it's nice because I've had this before. So, again, it's a dirty job, but somebody's got to do it. And it's me. Oh my god. That glaze. That glaze is something else. The char siu glaze. It gives it a really distinctive flavour. The freshness, you get it, the burger's nice and moist from the courgette that's in there. And the pickle, the slaw, just unbelievable. Fresh tasting. Really different style sort of burger. I would definitely have a go. Would have one more bite. Honestly, guys, Samuel L. Jackson once said, that is one tasty burger. So, give it a go. Definitely give this one a go. If you don't try anything else, give this one a go. And thanks for watching and subscribing. I've noticed my subscribers is going up a bit. Thank you very much, I really appreciate it. And thanks for watching. Please keep commenting. And I will see you... What day are we today? I'm losing count because it's bank holiday, wasn't it? Tuesday's today, innit? So I'll see you Thursday. Dinner lady's back tomorrow. So we'll see you soon. See you later,
guys.
See you later. Bye.